What's up, y'all? We got something new today. This is a Setanta whistle. I've never played one of these before. I've seen them online. I've heard from folks that they're really good, but I've never had a chance to try one. But a friend reached out over email and asked if I'd want to give one a blast. And I said, hell yeah, I would love to. So he was kind enough to shoot this over to me. So full disclosure mode, I didn't pay for these. These aren't given to me for free. I'm just trying it out, and I'm going to stick it back in the envelope and ship it back when I'm done. So they're not mine. No endorsement happening here, nothing like that. Just want to get a chance to try them out and compare them to some of my other instruments. So let's check it out. First things first, I've got a couple of different pieces to this puzzle. This is the basic D whistle. My friend was kind enough to send me a couple of other options here. This is a C body and an E flat body. The head joints are interchangeable. I'm not quite sure why there are two different head joints here. I mean, clearly different designs. This one has got Delrin around the outside. This one is pretty much all metal except for that Delrin insert. I can't really hear a huge difference tone-wise, so I'm not really sure what the advantage is. They sound the same, as far as I can tell. They feel the same. I think from an aesthetic standpoint, I kind of prefer the brass one, the all-metal one. I just think it looks a little bit cooler, a little bit more uniform. I don't know. Personal preference, though, really. When I first picked it up, it felt like a professional instrument. It felt well balanced, felt well built. It's dense, it's heavy. And then when I run through my usual testing kind of stuff, like octave jumps, very easy to hit both octaves. Doesn't require a whole lot of thought or a whole lot of effort. It just sort of happens. You can kind of just will it to work, like good whistles tend to do. What do you guys think? I think it sounds pretty nice. It's very sturdy, very well built. I'm curious how it compares to my current heavyweight, which is my Lear. This is the heaviest whistle that I have. Okay, Lear is 3.35 ounces, 95 grams. Okay, versus, drum roll, let's see. Woo! Yeah. All right, we'll stay still. 107 grams. Noticeably heavier. I don't know, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I consider the Lear to be noticeably heavy myself. This is heavier. Not a ton, but it's something worth considering if that's important to you, if that's something you're thinking about when you're buying a new whistle. Particularly a high-end whistle, and this definitely qualifies as a high-end professional instrument, because it's about 180 bucks, 170 bucks, something like that. And at that price range, for me, I'd want to consider all the possibilities. One thing I really like about this whistle is that the holes they feel like they've been rounded. They feel very soft, very smooth, easy to hit, easy to find, kind of instinctively. Other whistles, they've got a bit of a grit to them, a bit of an edge to them. Not that there's anything wrong either way, just personal preference again, and this just happens to work pretty well for me. Now, y'all have heard me talk about balance issues in the past. My kind of standard, my Gary Humphrey, you can see where that balance is just north of that top hole. That's where its kind of center of gravity is. I've mentioned this a few times, comparing to, say, a Killarney, which is significantly top-heavy, or I should say the John Sent style, significantly balanced further towards the top of the whistle. My Lear, as another comparison, one of the things that I liked about it is that it offset that kind of strange balance by shifting it closer towards the top hole. Trade-off is weight. Let's see how the Setanta compares. It feels a little bit, a little bit heavier, a little bit angled more towards the top, more towards the mouthpiece. You can see how that balance is there. It feels noticeable, but not nearly as significant as something like a Sint or Killarney. All I do is kind of shift my thumb back a little bit, and then it feels perfectly well balanced. Which a lot of these things can be overcome by just adjusting your playing style. I want to do a quick intonation check. I'm going to say right up front, I'll be really surprised if this is anything other than in the ballpark of flawless, but we got to check anyway. So here we go. Yeah, right on. Just a matter of adjusting your breath control a little bit to really hit that particular mark, but it's in tune, as I would expect. What do you guys think? Which one sounds the best to you? I'm going to compare these again. versus the lyre, which I would say weight-wise is the closest. And then compared to my Gary Humphrey, my kind of standard. And again, all three of these I would qualify as professional instruments, so it really comes down to, is there a substantial difference in tone? And to my ear, not really. There is substantial difference in appearance, and that's really just a matter of personal preference. The only knock, I would say, the only negative I can think of about this, and again, personal preference, the mouthpiece bit here is definitely thicker than I'm used to on any other whistle I play. There may be an advantage to that, and it might give you a little bit better anchor point if you're concerned about balance and grip and all that sort of stuff. To me, it feels like somebody has stuck a dental appliance in my mouth. Again, I'm sure you get used to it. Personal preference, not a huge deal, but it is noticeably thicker to the point where I can recognize. Small price to pay, I would say. Definitely worth considering if you're in the market for a professional instrument. I'm not sure what their waiting list is like, if they're easily accessible or not. I don't know. Again, this is the first one I've ever even had the chance to try. Thanks so much, Brad, for giving me the chance to try these. I'm going to do a couple more tests with it, a couple more comparisons for the various socials, and I'll shoot them back to you. But it's really cool to get to try out a professional instrument like this, one that I've never had the chance to play. They do a fine job. I guess I could end with that. How about that? Y'all let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.